and then Janet will have her oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
And she finishes always a half a bowl. He knows that. And Bear is really big into heart disease and, really big on heart. He eats the oatmeal.
He's a healthy guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big.
You have to indulge every now and then.
Now,
something bad, like a burger.
Once in a while, the gangs in Grand Rapids will drop pit bulls off in areas. You heard about that?
Yes.
Okay. One was in our neighborhood. And it was a couple of years ago in the backyard, came in our backyard. You've seen it now.
Mm-hmm.
Bear's back there, and this pit bull squares off with him. Bear's giving him a chance to, you can leave, just go. And pit bull just ran right at him. Bear got lucky and grabbed his head when the thing jumped at him and got the pit by the head. And German Shepherds can have so many pounds per square inch when they bite.
Yeah.
I mean, they hold on to bad guys and they can't
Bear's
get away.
A good boy.
Yeah. And he just riddled that thing and rammed him into the garage. And that pit just ran away crying.
Aww.
Good boy.
Yeah.
So he's 1-0 in the
Very
ring.
protective.
Very 1-0. Very protective of the whole house.
Yeah, and that's good.
And now you're his friend.
Yeah.
Do you know when you drive into the driveway from now on that you and I made the connection with him? He will not bark.
Oh, really?
They're that smart.
Aw.
Yeah. Because with her kids and stuff, they don't bark.
Uh-huh.
But anyone who he does not know, there was a group of guys that came here. They had the wrong house about a year ago.
Uh-huh.
Confronted me in the driveway. I live in Saginaw. Okay.
Flint, really.
Flint. Yeah. Muskegon, same thing.
Kind of a Flint guy.
Came 4 guys in a car, wanting to know where someone was. I don't know. Never heard the name. Well, you hiding them. So they got out of the car, and I had Bear. I said, well, I'd like you to meet my dog, and I started unhooking him. Back in the car, and off they went.
No, we're good.
Yeah, because
that
Bear.
doesn't happen with my dog.
No. Skippy is his name?
Wally.
Oh, Wally.
Yeah. It's short for Cornwallis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a general.
Yeah.
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 And tell me more about Cornwallis.
Cornwallis is pretty amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a cute little guy. Big eyes.
Yeah, I know.
Love he's my little shadow.
I know. I've seen pictures of him.
I know. He's very cute.
I've never met him.
He's not real bright, but that's okay.
You know what?
We dropped him on his head when he was little
Was
on
he?
accident, so I think it was a you break it, you buy it kind of deal.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 So you bought it.
Right. Right. We felt bad.
Well, the thing always runs around in circles,
Well, not really.
doesn't it?
No.
The only time
he's pretty mellow.
I saw pictures of it on you on the couch.
Yes. He's
And
pretty
you're
mellow.
laying there, and it reminded me of that, was it Evangelist song or something? I touch myself, and I feel lonely. And
Really?
you had
That's
those eyes
twisted.
with the dog, yeah.
Oh, because he's so cute.
Yeah.
Hey, you just look at that face.
He's
he gets away
cutable,
with,
but I don't
yeah.
I've never liked little
He's not a yappy
dogs.
dog. He's a mellow dog. He only barks when somebody comes to the door.
He's the guy that did this to my wrist. You know, while we got it.
No.
Me and Bear were playing football,
Uh-huh.
and there was a fumble on the 40, and he went for the ball, and I went for the ball, and he took my legs right out, like he should have. And I ended on my wrist like this, and these fingers went all the way back to here.
Ooh.
And it went,
That's horrible.
yeah, and everything just exploded into my wrist. I called, and Bear sat down, and I said, it's not your fault, buddy. We were playing football. Hey, there's some of your fans.
Woohoo!
Woo-hoo! I'll show them. My zipper's down.
Oh, that's so weird.
All right.
Stop.
Mr. Wizard.
Oh, Lord.
Pay no attention to the man behind that curtain. So anyway, we were playing football. I took my legs out, and I went. So I've never blamed him for it. I've always told him he was doing the right thing because we were playing football, right? So that's the way I feel. So 13 operations. Look at that.
I know.
Now this bone here, I put it up on Facebook. There's a separation here. There's no bone.
Right.
So this guy here rattles loose all the time. One of my calls I just got was from a new orthopedic surgeon that's going to take me on.
Yes. Awesome.
Awesome.
Woo.
I get to go under the knife again.
Yay.
Yay.
But the pain will be gone.
Are you going to come and visit me and do the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ought to do this.
Absolutely.
I did. Go back in the archives, people. It was about 2 years ago when I came home from surgery. I was going to be damned if I didn't do that show. And I was so high on hospital drugs. I was on with Tracy, and I think Tracy was on that time. And I just lost it. I started swearing at women.
Wow, that's.
I don't
sweet.
remember. I had hospital drugs in me.
Okay.
I swore at everybody. Mention a name, I swore at them. For an hour and a half.
Wow. I didn't
Got
know you
pretty
did
good
have any
ratings.
Swear words.
Oh, the boy from South Side.
Oh, well, that's true.
I'm taking my latest Ativan here.
Okay, good.
See that?
Mellow is good.
Well, what you know what it does, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's it do? Why don't you tell all the people out there in Radio Land?
It's an anti-anxiety medication.
Right, because I have a lot of anxiety,
Right, with
and
the
it takes the
PTSD.
edge off.
Sure.
And working with professionals and drugs, I've become a new man.
Oh.
You've
Professionals
probably
like me,
seen
you
it.
mean.
What?
Professionals like me, you mean.
Yeah, like you. Taught me everything I know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot.
I've actually I've read a lot of things you've done on investigation. You probably, and I wouldn't mention where you've been and where you're going because people will follow, but you have a sense in terms of going to a place and knowing what's there spiritually. You got to be wired that way, right?
You know, I'll be honest, I don't think I really paid attention to it much. And then once I started getting into the investigations, really doing the historical research, but then going into these locations and working with our psychic, who is absolutely phenomenal. We've done meditation with her and channeling. Within the last year or two, I've become more sensitive to spirit in going into different locations. And I've actually started having dreams prior to going into locations.
Now,
which is new for me.
Now, these dreams and thoughts and stuff, is that a product of you going on investigations?
I think it's a product of me opening up myself to the spiritual
How
world.
does one do that?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I work specifically with our psychic, who has helped us to meditate, to channel, has really taught us to embrace the spiritual world, which has opened me up considerably to spirit. I've experienced things that I certainly can't explain or find rational explanations for.
Right.
And it seems to intensify with each investigation. So, this is new to me. It's a learning process. There's certainly...
Well, obviously, a lot of skeptics out there, they'll be walking around with a Bible in one arm and ridiculing the spiritual in the other. The word spirit is all over the Bible. Ghost is all over the Bible.
Yes, and spirit is around us all the time.
And it is all around us all the time. And because I've witnessed it when I used to go out and stuff like that.
Right.
And watch you guys. And you were right on some of your stuff. What does that make you feel like when you know you're right? Do you want to just go and parade it around, or you?
No. It's validation.
Yeah.
That, whoever or whatever is coming to me is giving me.
But they know that you're a beacon.
Yes. Usually they can sense and see your energy level.
Which I have none. They go, stay away from that guy. He just smells. Yeah.
Whatever. I think everybody has a certain ability.
Okay.
And I think there's different levels to that ability.
Well, I do, but it's not spiritual.
Right. Well, okay.
No.
We'll talk about that later.
We will.
Right.
Okay.
But it's scary at the same time because it is new for me. So when I have a dream and I walk into a location where I've not been before and I haven't done any of the historical research ahead of time, to know that these dreams that I had were so vivid, and it was the same exact place that I had, I had just seen in my dream a few nights before, and then to hear of, what had actually happened in that location, and to be able to put all that together with, what I had experienced a few nights prior to going to the location it's fascinating.
Can you block that if you wanted to?
Probably.
So it takes an effort to say, I want to block it.
Yes, I'm sure it does.
So then I have to ask the million-dollar question, especially when you get insight into spirits or something trying to shoot energy away and you decipher it in a certain way. Where do thoughts come from?
They just appear?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah. Because 1979 circa, I wrote that down.
Well,
Where do they come from? They're not from us.
Yeah.
Thoughts do not come from us. We do not think of what we're going to say in next minute.
Right.
So thoughts have got to be spiritual. And I think
you need to trust those thoughts.
well,
too.
look,
Absolutely.
I am told by my therapist and my psychiatrist, trust those thoughts, David.
Trust your thoughts and
I don't. I
instincts.
usually run with the emotion and get myself into trouble.
Well, I think you need to have a happy medium with both.
Yeah.
You know, you need to trust both your emotion, trust your thoughts, your instincts, your
Yeah.
feelings. You know, when your body and your heart and your soul and your mind is telling you something, you need to listen.
Well, I do believe that there are parallel universes, and I do, if we're losing you folks, that's fine, but I don't care, because we suck. But I think parallel universes exist, and a different Missy is living a different life in a different way at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's all based on choices. Oh, yeah, I certainly do believe in that. Because I always said, if you look at a star at night, did you ever look at stars at night?
I love to look at stars.
I bet, yeah, I bet. And I always said, you're looking at perhaps a star that could have burnt out. But to us, thank you. You have to go to the bathroom? No. Oh, we're good.
Cue?
We're good. No pee-pee.
Thanks, honeysuckle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honeysuckle. Thank you. No
There you
pee-pee.
go.
There she is with rags. No cleanup either.
Oh, no.
Didn't she something?
No cleanup on aisle
No
one.
cleanup? Yeah.
No, we're good.
She's a sweetie.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that could have been burnt out, but we still view it as it exists.
Right.
So, Einstein touched on relativity. Everything is relative to where you are in the cosmos. So that's why I know, because I have touched, felt, seen spirit myself in life, and I didn't believe it to it prior. And I know that someday I'm going to be where they're at. But before the show, you were telling me something interesting, and I don't know, I've been thinking about it. And that is, you get to see a little bit of the light before. I thought spirit hung around like 100 years, and it moved on.
My understanding is that when you pass away, and again, this is purely speculation. We don't truly know until we pass, but my understanding is that, once you pass, that light stays with you for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And then it's gone. So you have the choice, in most cases, not all cases, to stay earthbound if you choose to, or to cross over into that light.
Once you choose to stay earthbound, can you go back to the light?
I think they have a difficult time finding that light again. I think they don't know
Then
how to
where
get
do they
back
end
to
up?
it. I think they end up here. They stay
Earthbound.
here. Earthbound.
Forever.
It could be forever. Absolutely. Until they find a way to get
Well,
back
I'll
to
disagree with you,
they
because
find a way
I
to get
have
back to the light.
during my investigations back then, I never found anything that exceeded 100 years. It would be interesting to go to Europe. When I used to work in Europe, I don't know, I was not involved in the paranormal, but I thought it would be cool to go into these churches. Some of these magnificent churches, where
Or
people
even the
get
castles.
married in the castles and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so went to the
A lot of
Bahamas.
history.
Lots of history. Why can't I talk to someone 1,000 years old?
Maybe you can.
I would think. Well, maybe you can.
Maybe you can.
Maybe you can. Well,
Maybe their energy is weaker. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get myself into, is to try to find out if energy dissipates over time.
Yeah.
And that is truly one of the physical mechanisms of the characteristics of energy. Mm-hmm. It diffuses over time. It's quantum. So I guess if it dissipates over time, where's it go?
I don't know. Good question.
It is, because we're all going to be there someday.
Absolutely.
In spirit. I said, damn it, we were not going to talk about the paranormal.
I know you did. I didn't say a word.
And didn't I say before the show we're just going to
said
talk
nothing.
like we're, with Oprah at lunch and having a salad?
Yes.
Yeah. And just let it go.
Chicken salad. Oh.
Excuse me. That's bad chicken salad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad.
No, God. We've done just about everything in front of each other now, haven't we?
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, if you're interested, while I'm looking for this on the board, In a relationship, at what point do you leave the bathroom door open? That's going to be our first question for the Sport Clips
Ooh.
giveaway. How long